More on headers and footers and pages. We're going to begin by numbering the pages, and we'll utilize some options where we can set up a first page or a title page that's different than all the rest of the pages. We can set up odd and even pages, which allows us to print on both sides of the paper and bind the report so that when somebody flips through the pages, they'll be oriented correctly. You can have a title page and set up odd and even pages. And you can even manually set the page numbers to begin at some other number than 1 if this document that comes out of Excel is going to be inserted into part of a larger document. So we again have our schedule, if you follow the prior movies, of the NASDAQ traded stocks grouped by industry with some statistics on the profitability of each one of those industries. And we're going to use this content to look at numbering pages and setting up title pages and setting up odd and even pages. And the way to do that, or the best place to go to do that, is in the page layout view. Left-clicking the page layout view, here we are. And I'm going to work on the header. A lot of times people number the pages on the footer. We can do that as well, but since the header automatically displays at the top of the page, that's where I'm going to focus on. So I want to add a header. I'm going to left-click to add a header. We get the contextually driven design tab for the header and footer tools. And I want to add a page count and also a page number. I have the option to do both of those things on the standard list of options. I can add a page number, and I see the one on the left is page 1, the one on the right is page 4. Left-click, go back to the design tab and left-click the second option, page 1 of blank or question mark. So I know I have 6 pages now, page 1 of 6, page 4 of 6. What if we want to have this information displayed on the page, but we don't want it in the center zone on the header? We want it someplace else. I'm going to left-click the right zone on the header, left-click the Design Contextual tab, and this time I'm going to type in page because what I want to do is duplicate what's in the center zone. So I'm going to type in page space page number, which should get us page 1 space OF of space again, then left-click number of pages. Left-clicking off of that, we've duplicated what's in the center zone. Clicking back on the center zone, it looks exactly like what we just did over here. Page and page in brackets of and pages in brackets. We have the same thing here. So I'm going to left-click the center zone and delete that because what I want is to have that displayed on the upper right-hand portion of the page. And I'm going to click the header once again to bring back my contextual tab and left-click the option in the options group, different first page. And to make the point, I'm going to manually type into this zone in the header some other content. NASDAQ stocks, clicking off of that, I've now created a title page. And of course, you can have some of the content on your title page and change some of the other information on the header and footer. But the point is, we had 6 pages before, and we still have 6 pages. So the title page is not only different, but it's still included in the count. When I page down, I see the second page is page 2 of 6, as it should be. The title page is page 1 of 6, but that's not what I want to display because it's the title page. I want to have NASDAQ stocks displayed. You can also have odd and even pages. I've reset the header so that we now no longer have a title page, because now what we're going to do is set up odd and even pages. I'm going to left-click in the header area to get the Design Contextual tab and go to the second option, different odd and even pages. And what Excel is going to have me do is define first the one side of the page, which is where we are now. I'm going to click off of that and page down. so that I can define the second page in much the same way as we did the first. Page space, page number, space of space, number of pages, and click off of that. So now I have page 1 where the page number is displayed on the right side. Second page, it's displayed on the left side. The third page, it's displayed on the right side, and paging up twice because page 4 is to our right. It's back on the left side, page down the right side, page down the left side. What this enables you to do is have your output in your print job print on both sides of the paper, so that when you flip one page to the next, the page number is oriented on the correct side, and you can bind your report just as you would a book, and you would see the headers and footers display and be oriented correctly. Now, in addition to defining odd and even pages, we can define odd and even pages as we have done and set up a title page. Going back to the Design Contextual tab, left-clicking different first page, I get the stored value that we put in when we defined the first page earlier in the movie, and what we did was type in NASDAQ stocks. So now we have a first page, a title page, whose number will be included in the count, page down. We have the second page, which is 2 of 6, showing on the left side, page down. Page 3 is on the right side once again, page up twice, and the pattern continues with page 4 showing on the left side of the page. There is yet one more way that we can manipulate the page count, and that's to manually set up the page numbers to begin at something other than 1. And the way we do that is to go to the Page Layout tab, launch the dialog box, and change the first page number to something other than auto, and auto will begin the page count at 1. Left-click OK. So we have our title page. It's showing on the top right side of the page. Page 2 is actually page 11 because we wanted the count to begin at 10. And it's showing on the left side of the page. Since the page count began at 10, the total number of pages showing is 6, which is a bit misleading. That may be something you want to change. There are 6 pages in this document, but when somebody looks at page 11 of 6, that in itself doesn't make any sense. So in order to change this, we need to change it in 2 places. We have a title page, we've got the odd pages that are defined, and we have the even pages defined. The title page already looks okay. Paging up, we have NASDAQ stocks. Going down, the pages where the page number is shown on the left side, I'm going to get rid of everything after the page number for that particular page. Paging down, left-clicking and getting rid of everything again after the page count for that particular page. And I have fixed my header, paging up twice, so that I have a title page, which is page 10, followed by page 11 showing on the left side, followed by page 12 on the right side, and so on. So we took a look at headers and footers again using the page layout view, which is the best place to deal with headers and footers. And we set up pages. We numbered the pages in our print job. We also defined a title page where the page number wasn't displayed on that title page, and yet that page was included in the total count for the number of pages for the print job. We can set up odd and even pages so that we can use double-sided printing and print on both sides of the paper so that our pages will be numbered and the numbering will be oriented correctly as you flip through the pages. This allows you to bind your document or to put it in a notebook. We also can define a title page and define odd and even pages, and we can manually adjust the page count to begin at some number other than 1 by using the Page Setup dialog box.